Hey Internet fam, how we doing today? Feeling good? Should be. I'm feeling good. I'm a little bit late on my vlog today because I took a day to take care of me, which I don't do very much of. I did a bunch of exercise and ate some healthy food and did some more exercise, and I cleaned my car, something that never happens. And by cleaning it, I mean I sprayed it down with a hose briefly. That's about as much as it's gonna get. So I logged into BitConnect last night, I believe, and there was $70 in my lending wallet. Over $70, but there was $70 in my lending wallet that I believe came from a referral code. So I don't know who used my referral code, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm humbled and honored that anybody enjoys anything I do enough to pitch back in at all, and that's super cool. I think this is my first referral that I've gotten on that platform. I believe all the other earnings I've made on that were just straight up based on the interest on the volatility bot, but yeah, so I appreciate that and thank you. And how cool is that? It's a cool, the whole thing's cool. I mean, if it really works how they say it's gonna work, then I am just the biggest fan of anything I've ever been a fan of. Although I just watched the new Game of Thrones episode, which isn't even out for you people on the West Coast yet, but woo! That's all I gotta say about that. Woo! I think, yeah, intense show. I'm not going to talk anymore because it'll be a spoiler, because I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet. Although by the time I upload this, probably everybody will see it, so it's alright. Yeah, I went and hiked Golden Silver Falls today. Just absolutely beautiful. Got some cardio in. Hit the heavy bag for a long time. Did some laundry. Just kind of catching up on stuff. The markets were mostly down a pinch. Just a pinch. And for me, that's down a pinch that I think is a good thing, because I'm more interested in like long-term sustainability and having cryptocurrency become something that becomes a fundamental part of our society and our way of life, kind of the long-term aspects of it. So I don't want to see huge gains or huge drops on a daily basis. I like to see small incremental gains and small incremental drops, so you got to expect some of those too, and that's kind of what today was too. Very minor though. I mean, literally everything's still looking really, really, I mean, I still have my moon boots and my moon jacket on and my moon pants. I mean, we are still pretty moon bound, I think, with this whole thing. Ethereum is up even more. I'm still holding a little bit of Ethereum. I didn't sell it all, so I'm on the ride a little bit, but man, I was on the ride a lot more a couple months ago before I sold at 420. So even if I bought in right now, I could buy all that Ethereum back right now. But is it going to continue to go up as it has? I mean, I think it will continue to go up like it is right now, or is it going to correct a little bit? Hard to say. And just as a platform, I'm not super married to Ethereum. There's, I believe it has some fundamental issues that I don't care for with it. I am holding a lot of Ethereum Classic though, and it's definitely been up since the moon trip began on August 2nd. Yeah, Neutron goes up and down a lot. I'm the only one I know who's like significantly interested in the Neutron space, who knows anything about it at all. So I'd be very interested in hearing from anybody who's involved in Neutron in any way about anything, and in particular why it goes up and down so constantly. I mean, it seems like Neutron goes up 10, 15, 20% and down 10, 15, 20% like almost daily. And if you could time that, that's free money, basically. I could be selling my Neutron when it gets high and buying back in when it gets low, but I've just kind of been sitting and watching it because I don't really understand the ebb and flow of what it's doing, and I don't want to mess with it and kind of mess up my game plan of having enough Neutron for a master node. But I do have to wonder if at this point I wouldn't be better off day trading on Neutron alone, because if I put 1,000 on Neutron when it was low and then sold 1,000 of Neutron when it was high every single day, I'd probably have enough for 2 master nodes, within a week or two. Honestly, just the way that it goes up and down. I mean, it's frequently vacillating between 5 and 8 cents. Right now it's back to like 6 cents. We're back up to like 6 cents because it was down back to just over 5 cents earlier today. And yeah, I mean, it's been up to 8 cents or 7.5 cents several times this week. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Neutron. It's an interesting coin. I'd like to know more about it. If anybody's got anything on that, let me know. Yeah, I didn't do a vlog for a couple of days, and actually I got some feedback. Like, people were like, hey, what happened to the vlog? Where's the vlog? I guess some people were enjoying it. So, yeah, you're welcome. Have at it. Sorry I shaved everything off. I'm all clean shaven now. Probably will be for the next couple of weeks. I've got stuff going on in my personal life where it might benefit me to be clean shaven. Just kind of recuperating after a lot of physical work and difficult shows last week or so. Definitely am staying caught up with all my financials and my spreadsheet and all that stuff. It's just been, I'm just slowly watching those gains. And I've been charting them a little bit better than I was before. So I'm really seeing like what my gains and losses are every day. And that's been very informative. It's like I can't quit smiling because the information has been mostly very positive. So well, I swore I wasn't going to just end mid-sentence and pick it back up there. But I got into a long, protracted discussion with the barista today. Nice young man. His name's Jake, and we have a bunch of mutual friends, and it turns out he knows some of my friends, and I know some of his friends, and then we were talking about the music biz, and then we started talking about Bitcoin, and he sounded very receptive, very sharp. Perhaps a little bit sharper than the other baristas I was trying to tell about Bitcoin the other day. So we'll see. Good luck, Jake. Get out there. Get on Coinbase. I'm going to tip you in Bitcoin. That's my evangelism with Bitcoin. I want to tell everybody about it. And if it's something where I would normally tip them like $2 or $3, like, most lunches I get are like, $8, $9, and I end up tipping $2 or $3 on that, usually $3. Unless I'm really low maintenance, then I might be chintzy. If I literally see them for 5 seconds before and after the meal, $2 is good on that. That's how I look at that. Plus, this is a cheaper area too. So for my LA friends who are hitting the roof going, $2. I just mean here in Coos Bay, where the meal is literally $8, and $2 doesn't seem like that bad of a tip for very little work. But yeah, I want to start, so everywhere I go, that's like a service industry thing with tips like that, I've been telling everybody, hey, let me tip you in Bitcoin, and then one of these days, some of these waiters or waitresses or baristas or baristos, is there a difference between male and female baristas? I don't know about that. But one of these days, somebody's going to take me up on it, and I'll probably be leaving a better tip than I would with fiat currency, just for listening to me, for having the app. I mean, that's just a way to get free money out of somebody like me. You'd be like, yeah, I got the app right here on my phone. I'd be like, nerd, here's, $5, because you're into Bitcoin. I think that's the way we're going to grow this crypto economic community. is just like that. Is through encouraging people to get into it and monetarily incentivizing them. Same thing with my business. You know, when I'm running the business or running the band or whatever, I almost always tell everybody, hey, yeah, let me get paid in Bitcoin. And nobody said yes yet, but if they do say yes, I'm going to give them a 10% discount right off the bat. Be like, oh, wow, you're actually going to take Bitcoin or pay me in Bitcoin or whatever, 10% discount right off the bat. Or, you know, in the case of a tip, 10% better tip right off the bat. I think that's the way to spread the message, because we need to get everybody off of Federal Reserve notes just for their own safety, for the good of the economy, for the good of them, for the good of us, and into some kind of cryptocurrency. Now, I'd rather it was something that was like, you know, completely decentralized and anonymous, blah, 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 like Cloak Coin or Tor Coin or, you know, Dark Bitcoin or, you know, there's a bunch of them out there. But we got to start somewhere, right? And right now, Bitcoin is something that people have heard of. It exists. You can get the Coinbase app. You can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin from your bank account and put it in there. And there's just, you know, there's things you can do that make it the best candidate, at least initially in 2017 right now, for getting people into it and getting people involved and kind of upgrading our species in that way. So, yeah, so that's my strategy. So I'm trying to encourage people financially. Say, hey, look, pay me in Bitcoin, 10% discount. Then what happens? I'm not getting a check. I'm not putting the check in my bank account. And so that's encouraging me to find other ways to get money to pay for, you know, mortgage, car payments, gasoline, etc. And then I'm saving that money. Really, I mean, anything that I get in Bitcoin, I'm usually not spending it out as much. Although I would start, though, like I said, if some of these places started taking Bitcoin, or if some of these individuals that I'm tipping started accepting Bitcoin, I'd be putting it out too. So, but as of right now, any Bitcoin I get, I'm pretty much just HODL or, you know, putting towards, you know, a BitConnect loan or, you know, buying more Neutron or whatever it is, you know, day trading. But I mean, you know, it's staying in that space, and I'm never really cashing it out and spending it. So something to think about too. It's like kind of encouraging saving on a personal level. So, well, that's it for today. Markets retracted just a little bit. I didn't see any really super great buy opportunities or sell opportunities or anything. It might be a good time to sell either Bitcoin or Ethereum. They are kind of high right now, but I think they're going to get a lot higher before the end of the month, both of them. So, if Ethereum dips a little bit, I might buy back in if it dips again soon. I'm still holding some, but if it doesn't, I'm just going to hold what I got and let that HODL give me my gains. Because I still much more believe in Bitcoin. I much more believe in, a lot of these other currencies. I was actually reading about Decred. I really like Decred, actually, so I got a little bit more heavily into Decred just because I liked what it was about. And so far, I've had small gains with Decred, no losses really. I mean, definitely I think the gains have outweighed the losses, so. Yeah, I guess that's it for today, Internet fam. Slight little contraction in the market. I'm guessing the market gets a little bit crazier tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm guessing we'll see some big moves and some more news. Today was kind of a lazy Sunday, I think, for most people, and they don't do too much investing and stuff like that. Although us in the crypto market, we might be doing even more investing on a Sunday, right? No other responsibilities, no other job, no other stuff to show up to. I'll be working tomorrow, but I'll be posting some kind of vlog from work probably after hitting up the. I'll do it on the morning commute and then hit post when I get there. So, I'll be studying the market tonight, looking at stuff. So, all right, Internet fam, you have a great night. And I hope your weekend was awesome, and I hope you start out your week super awesome tomorrow.